So now let us discuss gravitational field intensity and electric field intensity for a spherical shell. So this is a shell, hollow. Obviously it is hollow when I say it's shell. Then it is positively charged. Charge is capital Q. See, we are doing the revision of 2 chapters. The value of electric field intensity inside is 0. At the surface it becomes maximum. Okay, let us plot the graph with a different marker. Electric field intensity at the center or inside of the shell is 0. Right, dear students? Becomes maximum at the surface. Becomes maximum at the surface. Then it decreases as 1 by r square. So this is the graph. We get the value of electric field as like this: 0 inside, kq by capital R square at the surface, and kq by small r square obviously outside. Right, dear students? Okay. So if we have a hollow shell of mass m, we can calculate the gravitational field intensity like this. We will get the same graph. The only difference is that it is going to be negative. So inside is 0, maximum at the surface in magnitude, then varies with 1 by r square. This is gravitational field intensity due to a hollow spherical shell having mass capital M. The formula says this. Okay, this is actually 0 inside, right? Very nice. And obviously it is K becomes G, Q becomes M. It is minus Gm by r square at the surface, and it is minus Gm by small r square obviously outside. Right, dear students? I hope this is clear to everyone. Kindly note down. The last one is gravitational field intensity due to solid sphere. After that, we will be doing gravitational field intensity inside a cavity. This is a solid sphere, solid non-conducting sphere for electrostatics. So how do we plot the graph for electric field intensity? That what we have done for acceleration to gravity, because Earth is also a solid sphere. So this is the plot. Increases as we move to the surface, decreases after that. So electric field intensity is given by rho r by 3 epsilon m, right, inside, kq by r square outside, at the surface, and kq by small r square outside. Right, dear students? So if we have a solid sphere like Earth, how do we plot the graph of gravitational field intensity? See, how do we plot the graph for gravitational field intensity? It increases like this, becomes maximum, varies with 1 by r square, right? Can we write the formula? Yes, we can write. Okay. Rho, r and 3 are not going to change. The only difference is that rho here is charge density, volume charge density, rho here is mass density, volume mass density. So rho r by 3 are not going to change. 1 by epsilon m becomes 4 pi g. Obviously we have to apply the negative sign. This is for inside, right? Minus Gm by r square at the surface, minus Gm by small r square outside, dear students. Okay, so gravitational field intensity inside a solid sphere is given by minus 4 by 3 pi capital G rho into r. Okay, I hope you all got it, right, dear students? So let us solve a question of cavity, solid sphere having a cavity. This was all about the formula for gravitational field intensity. Again, we'll draw this table when we'll be doing the potential, that is the next topic. So this is a very good question, dear students. This is a solid sphere, otherwise continuous solid sphere, has a spherical cavity inside it. Okay, it has a spherical cavity inside it, right? This is point O, this is point P, and you are asked to calculate the value of gravitational field intensity at this point P, right? This is R2. Let this point has a position vector A, okay? Sphere is otherwise, solid sphere is otherwise continuous, having a spherical cavity. It is having a, spherical cavity, right? You have to calculate gravitational field intensity at point P inside this cavity. How do we proceed this question? See, we assume that once upon a time this sphere was complete and gravitational field intensity due to the big sphere at point P was actually minus 4 by 3 pi capital G rho R1, since distance from the center is R1. And obviously the removed part, only the removed part, the gravitational field intensity at point P, only the removed part of the sphere, only the spherical cavity is due to, only the removed part is this. Since distance of point P or position vector of point P, considering this as a center, is R2. You had a big sphere once upon a time, but that big sphere now has a cavity. So subtract gravitational field intensity due to the complete sphere, subtract the gravitational field intensity due to the cavity from, gravitational field intensity due to the complete sphere. You are going to get this. So this is going to be minus 4 by 3 pi G rho, or obviously this is R1 minus R2. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So just apply the triangle law vectors. Vector A plus R2 is equal to R1, right, dear students? So R1 minus R2 is going to be equal to A. So gravitational field intensity is constant in magnitude at every point inside the cavity. It does not depend on the, see, you can learn a theoretical question also, concept also. Gravitational field intensity inside the cavity is constant in magnitude, right? Is uniform everywhere inside the cavity. It depends only on the position of the cavity where the center is, not on the size of the cavity, dear students. So kindly note down, dear students.